lathe. It started as a fuel tank. It's like a big diesel, I think they're 8-foot tanks. I grinded this thing for probably 4 hours. It was a very long time, and it's still not perfect, but I'm hoping I can paint over it like that. But anyway, I got my back of my blade all tacked up here. I bent these pieces. They're not bent the same. I don't have like a fancy bender or nothing. Just got like a hand pump tubing bender. Yeah, bent those up, and so bend them up to the shape of the blade, put them on there, tacked them up, tacked up the frame, or welded the frame. I'll put the bottom angle iron on, and in the middle support, and then once I get that done, I'll get ready to mount it on there. Probably for today, I'll just get the 2 blades done. If I do that, that'll be lots. Just got this bottom edge all tacked up, so this is what my cutting edge will go on. Like, cutting edge will sit on the front here, and then I'll drill holes through the back here every, I don't know, maybe 4 or 6 inches. And then you'll just put the cutting edge on, bolt on, and if you need to change it, just pop it off and change it. And this angle iron gives some good strength because you can weld here and the bottom plus the blade onto it. So it should work good. I'm gonna get that other brace in the middle and start on the other one. Got the one blade all welded up. Backside's all tacked. Probably just leave it tacked on the back because I welded all around the edge there. Now I am welding this one up. Blade number 2, welded, grinded, tacked on the back. So I'm not going to be working on it the next couple days, but when I do get a chance to work on it again, what I'm going to do is put it on the side-by-side and get those blades level, and then start making mounts for the blades to go on the frame. And yeah, it'll be done, and then it'll just be a matter of sanding everything down and painting it to look nice. And also there'll be a couple small touches like the springs and stuff, but not quite sure what I'm going to do with that for now. So what I'll probably end up doing is just running a strap just to try it out. It won't have the trip function with the strap, but I just want to try it out and make sure that it's all going to work and it's all level and everything. So that's what I'll do when I get back. Just kind of started welding the blades on. I ended up having to bend the main frame. I'll just drop it down and I'll show that. Yeah, so I ended up having to bend the main frame there. Doesn't quite sit on the ground, but it's close to it. And then I'll have to put a shim here, probably just a chunk of 1-inch square tubing. Yeah, I got it on, or welded, kind of just for now. Blades turn. And that's the past V option for if you want to start to ball the snow up to push into a pile or whatever. Doesn't go far past it. It's also not perfect aligned, but it's all flat across the bottom, so that's really all that matters. I'm not a welder or a fabricator by any means. I just do this in my spare time when I'm bored. So my welds don't look the greatest. Hopefully they'll all hold. If they don't, I'll have it on video. So, and the plow goes as far back till it hits there. That's maxed out. It also hits on the bottom there. I could trim it and then they'd go back a touch farther, but there's no reason for them to need to go farther back. So that's it at full V. Not sure what I'll do because it's going to leave a bit behind there. There's a few different designs you can go with, but I might end up just putting a piece of hard plastic there that'll catch most of that. That'll overlap when you open and close it. I'm not really set on a plan there. Yeah, this is full V, so the reason why I made it this long is if I ever decide to get tracks, they'll be out probably another 6 or 8 inches, which will bring them maybe 4 or 5 inches from that wing on the plow. And yeah, so if I get tracks, I'll have the space to still use this. I got to weld that one support back in. I had to cut that support to be able to get this over to bend. So yeah, just kind of doing some finishing touching welding, and I'll go get the cutting edge tomorrow after work if it doesn't snowstorm. If not, then I'll just get it whenever I'm in town next. We're supposed to get about a foot of snow, so I might end up just using the plow the way it is without the cutting edge if we get that snow. Yeah, I'm gonna keep welding her up and I'll keep you updated. I actually just pushed a little bit of snow with the 3 welds or 4 welds that I got on there. Pushed just fine. I thought I was gonna be able to weld to these lower brackets, but what I didn't factor in was when this blade pulls out, it wants to pull away from there. So these just might end up being spacers and it'll be ran off these 2 welds. I gotta touch these ones up. I was playing around at the welder there, but like I'll weld them all good. I'll weld behind and I'll put the spacer in there and get some straps or something on there for if I end up wanting to push some snow tomorrow. And yeah, we'll go from there. Got the first coat of paint on. Actually, second coat on the front. Got first coat on the back. I'm not going to do a second coat on the back because I still got to do some welding to add the cylinders and stuff and the springs and stuff. I'm not going to paint the frame out. The only reason why I painted the plow itself, the blades, is we're supposed to get a foot of snow tomorrow. So if I end up getting stuck home, I'm going to try and use it to clean the driveway, see how it works. Yeah, God. I ended up, I know I said earlier in the video that I was only able to weld like 4 of the middle pieces here. Actually, ended up adding a flat bar here, 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 and there. So now they're all being used. Should all have pretty good strength. I tried it earlier when I only had the 4 and it pushed good, so should work fine like this. I still need to add the cutting edge on both sides. Yeah, the cylinders, hook for putting your winch to, and then yeah, the springs and a few other little touches yet, but I'll use it as it is and make sure everything's gonna work. Then probably order those electric over hydraulic cylinders. I'll put in the video what I end up using, or if it's not in this video, it'll be in the next one. Got the front all painted up last night. It's dry now. Got the back kind of just light coated. I still got to do some welding on the back, so I'm just going to leave it like that for now. What I'm going to do for the angle while I'm waiting for electric actuators is I think I'm just going to put a bar like from somewhere in the middle there to here. same on both sides that I can adjust. Not sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet. I'm going to play around with that a bit. And then got a little bit of snow, so I'm going to go clear some snow. Ended up doing a little pushing with it. Had to use a wood block and a couple 2x4s and a strap to keep it from twisting back and forth. I had a 2x4 in there, it snapped. So I'm gonna probably just wait now till I get the cutting edge and those actuators. I ordered them, so I don't know how long it'll take for them to get here. Yeah, like otherwise it worked pretty good. Just need something to hold those blades. I need to put the springs on yet. But this is gonna be the end of the video. Once I put the actuators on and everything, I'll make a video on that stuff. And I might try and do something here. It leaves a bit of a trail. It's really not bad considering how I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I'll put that all in the next video, and I'll catch you on the next one.